Well, how do that, chums? It is I, Captain Steve, and today, chums, I'm going to be doing a review of that worm planet. So I didn't give it a score, did I, last episode? And I've had people in the comments of the last videos to say, Captain Steve, you've done an awesome walk around of the planet, but you did not give it a score. Righto, so I have arrived at Created, and there is a storm brewing. But even with the storms going, it's still quite an interesting world. You can see here I'm scanning one fauna. I am going to scan all creatures and animals upon this planet and give a sort of overview of how good they are and see if there are any creatures that are worth petting. Now, there are quite a lot of resources on this planet, basic resources, but they're in abundance, chums. So this is a great place to come and get your carbon, and to get your ferrites. You could just fly over and just bomb the heck out of this place and get a shed load of resources super duper quickly. None of those are super rare, though. I'm not finding any curiosities on this planet or any sort of free starry type items at all, to be honest, chums. And here we go, the storm has broken and it's starting to look nice. Heck yes. Well, it looks nice during a storm anyway, but out of a storm, it's something else. I mean, look at that green sky. It looks very sort of vanilla No Man's Sky, and some of the E3 type vibes are coming through from this planet. And the variety on this planet is just awesome. So you do get patches of forest, and then hills, and then you get large plateaus, followed by little lakey areas. It's got a lot of variety going for it, chums. So here we go, let me just jump across this planet and I'll show you what I mean. I mean, look at those trees with the red sort of banding on their actual trunks and all the foliage, pretty nice, and the big leaves, frickin' ace. And you get the odd tree that sort of defies gravity. I don't know how it's doing that. Yeah, that's some sort of voodoo shite going on there, chums. But yeah, awesome stuff. I like all the little bushes and things and the shrubberies and the grass. But what I do find is that the distance draw doesn't quite keep up with me on PlayStation 5. I mean, look at that, all those iridium crystals just popping in last second. And one moment it's bald, it looks like somebody's took a lawnmower to the planet, and the next minute, boom, there's grass everywhere. And it doesn't seem to render in as fast as I can move that, chums, which is a little bit disappointing considering this is next gen. It still feels, even though we've had the Prisms update, look at that, it doesn't seem to keep up. But that's not the planet's fault, I think that's part of the engine. So, I can't mark it down for that, but I just want to point out that this planet is freaking lush and beautiful, even though it's not a lush biome. It's a weird planet. It's actually called a blood planet. I've never come across something like this. Well, I have come across other planets like this, but they've normally got some sort of monochrome effects going on them and all sorts of other weirdness. However, this planet, it just looks like a lush, but there's no star bulb here, chums. It's an oddity. It's a strange world. It's almost like, you know how they describe that worlds will be generated using sliders? It almost feels like that. Now, there are caves on this planet which are quite nice. I'll show you a better cave in a moment. But these underwater areas that are met with inside caves seem to be quite frequent. So heading into a cave, you may come across some underwater elements. Now, the underwater elements are quite cool in the way that they've got capillary shells here from the exotic sort of planets. But other than that, the underwater areas look a little bland in comparison to other underwater worlds that I've frequented. I mean, look at this. It looks quite atypical of an underwater biome. There's nothing here that goes, oh wow, that's quite cool. I mean, yes, there are some glowing flora under here, and there are some strange underwater creatures that look mammalian, sort of paddling around. There's one over there. You go, let's scan him. Yeah, very strange looking underwater mammalian creature. But there we go. They aren't anything to sort of write home about. So the visuals on land are amazing. The visuals underwater, not so much. So I'm going to lose a couple of marks for underwater areas, I believe. But I'm hoping that what Origins did to land, hopefully we're going to get another update that maybe upgrades the underwater sort of elements and maybe the fauna and flora that we see in our oceans. But why you come here is for this. There's a giant sandworm that frequents this planet, chums, and he is quite frequent. Yeah, he pops up a lot. Yeah, normally after a reload or if you teleport into your base or whatever. Here we go, we can go worm hunting. Take this, worm. Yeah, I'm going to shoot you in the frickin' face. You know what, I need to use my awesome scattery blaster pulse cannon-y type thing. I can't remember its frickin' name. Positron injector, that's the one. Here we go, take this, you. Boom, 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 take that. Yeah, die, diddly, die, 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 die. Okay, well, that didn't seem to do too much, did it? Right, okay, well, let's try rockets. Awesome. Where is he? Come on, pop out the ground. Yeah, yeah, that's not doing anything. Rockets, there we go, boom. Oh, shite, I shot his ship. It went through him and hit a ship. I've made him angry. Right, okay, Angries, take this, you then. Go on and die since you're shooting back now. That was an accident. I just murdercated you via an accident. Oh, I got some nanites. Oh, bonus to murdercation. Awesomes! Right, well, there goes the actual sandworm. Now, what I would say is once it crashes into an ocean like that, or a pond or a lake, usually it doesn't respawn. Oh, I tell a lie. There he is again. Awesome. Great. I don't know whether there's a set number of jumps they do or hops or something, but after a while they stop spawning. But yeah, this is why you come here, is for this giant worm. So when it comes to scoring this, when I get to other, I'm going to give it like a +5 for having a worm. There's a few other things that I might score other. And that could be things found in the station and things found in the system. So here we go. Here's some of the pictures that I've taken. And you can see here the visuals are freaking stunning. I mean, how E3 does that look? That looks like the photos are on Hello Games' website, which is great that it's getting to that level now. I mean, look at that. Freaking beautiful. Mind-blowing. So yeah, visual-wise, I'm definitely going to be scoring this very highly. But here we go. It's actually got a red, white and black station in this system, which matches my logo colours, which is freaking ace. It's got a nice little pink-looking multi-tool, which is actually an A-class up in the station cabinet. And they sell the scatter blaster module and also the scanner module. So it's great for combat and great for actually scanning stuff. So yeah, visit the actual merchants up here. And this chap, for the exosuit, has almost got every freaking hazard protection module you could want, as well as a movement module. If he had a shield module, that'd be freaking epic. So there we go. There's creatures on this world, chums. None of them that are really overly petable, and some that don't even appear on the freaking screen, which is a bit shite. Here's our underwater guy. Look at that. Freaking hideous. But at the same time, interesting because it's quite unique, I suppose. I like the blue socks that this little chap's wearing. Very shiny. Love it. Another invisible one. What do we got here? Oh, we got like a bat creature. An albino bat creature. Shikaka. Yeah, awesome. And we've got this guy as well. Twirly-whirly thing. Hatches from cocoons. Nice. And we've got this. It's like an eyeball on a stick. Yeah, very nice. This thing, which looks like razor wire, that's become a living thing, and that's pretty much it. That's the only 9 creatures on this planet. So the only one out of all these really, that is kind of petable, is the guy with the blue socks. Yeah, isn't he lovely? Isn't he wonderful? Blue socket type thing. Nice. Awesome. So that's NMSA Australia in a nutshell, chums. Oh, I said about caves, didn't I? So this is a typical cave that you'll find on this planet. Nice red glowing, a fungus. A very cool dark continent. Very cool in these caves. Beautiful, in fact. Well lit, especially at night time. And at night time, the night sky is great. And there's one planet that just hangs in the atmosphere, which is awesome as well. And yeah, it's actually quite spectacular at night too. So visual-wise, I really find this planet quite stunning, especially with the added sort of worms that may pop up. This is in Euclid. It's in the NMSA hub. And here is my scores on the doors, chums. So yes, I'm giving it 5 because it's in the on the other. I'm giving it 5 for it being in the NMSA hub, 5 for having the worms, and 5 for having quite a fair few bases already established here. So that's why you got an other of 15. All the others, I think you can take a general gander at and think, actually, yeah, maybe they're fair. If you don't think it's a fair score, put in the comments as to why, or what you would have scored it out of 100. So there we go, chums, and I think we're about done. I mean, technically, on my scoring system, it could score 120. But there you go, people. Till next time, goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe. And I'd like to say a massive, great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers. And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.